Hello everyone, so we're going to take another crack at this. I've chosen to go back to the original, the best, the one that I started off with, the Jade Druid, because the Warrior just wasn't cutting it for me. I feel that my playstyle is not conducive to just pushing forward and trying to reach the end as quickly as possible. I like to play a bit more of a controlled game, so I'm going to try for that. Also, I tried playing two different decks yesterday or earlier today and they didn't go well. So I'm going to go to what has given me the most success. So this, I did however change up my deck a bit. And this deck has a few changes. The main one being that it only has one Stonehill Defender. It has the two Nourishes and it has an Auctioneer. I found that having two Auctioneers or having an Auctioneer is can be very useful. Now I'm going to try to capitalize on that to the utmost. I am thinking of putting together a variant that takes out one of the Nourishes, replaces it with a Stonehill Defender, and having two Auctioneers. I feel that some of the most success that I've had was with two Auctioneers. What that did was it allowed me to quickly cycle through the deck without relying on a Nourish. Having an Auctioneer, now it does, an Auctioneer is a 6 cost minion, while Nourish is only 5 cost. But by putting the Auctioneer on the floor or on the board, it suddenly gave you a lot more options. Meaning, with Nourish, you just play it and that's it. It's almost not a complete waste of a turn, but especially in early turns, you're not doing a whole lot else. However, by playing the Auctioneer, you're throwing something on the board that your opponent knows he has to address right away. And that is something that that can be useful. And I'm going to try for that. Well, I might try for it later. I'm not going to try for it right now, obviously, because in this particular deck, I only have one Auctioneer and I have two Nourishes, one of which I just used. Nourish is also a great card to go further ahead when you're already ahead. It's not that great if you're lagging a bit behind. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the Priest of the Feast by using the Innervate, using Feral Rage to give myself attack, and then using the hero power for the full 5 attack. Normally I wouldn't want to use the Innervate when I've got an Auctioneer, because that's a free draw basically when the Auctioneer is there. But in this particular case, now a decision has to be made. Do I play the Eye of Blackpaw or do I play the Jade Spirit? I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Eye of Blackpaw and use the hero power as well. Looks like I may have enough. Well, no, I take it back. I am playing a priest and I keep forgetting the priest hero is the one that destroys everything with 5 attack or more. That's probably why he has this Karen Birdwolf. It's at a very nice place in that it's between. It's in the sweet spot as well. Okay, so what do we play here? What do we play here? What do we play here? Do I just throw down the Primordial Drake and push forward? Or do I put down the Jade Spirit and use a one-hit Wrath? Let's do a one-hit Wrath to get rid of this Kieran Bloodhoof. Now, I suspect, and I'm probably right in suspecting this, that my opponent has a, I forget what the name of that minion is called, but the one that resummons all of your Death Rattle minions. And if that's the case, then you don't want to kill his Death Rattle minions until the very end. Greater Healing Potion. So that takes away a good chunk of the gains that I've made recently. But it's not as bad as it could have been. In fact, all things considered, it's doing alright right now. So we're going to go ahead and play the Primordial Drake, and I'm probably going to use my hero power to take out the Radiant Elemental. Right off the bat, that's probably the one that can do me the most direct damage trouble. I'm putting a lot of pressure on him, which is good. I do have enough. Oh, okay, so the draws of the chain. Is pretty good for him. But do I have enough? If he doesn't play a taunt minion, what's he going to play? Okay. Alright, so this taunt minion isn't good. If he didn't have that, I had enough to take him out. But we're gonna have to just go about it the old-fashioned way. Let's use the Innervate. See what else we have. Do I have enough now? Maybe, but I don't have enough mana to play everything here. Okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? How about we use the hero power, hit the Shell Razor, and use the Eye of Blackclaw to finish it off, and use Jade Golem to attack him directly. The reason I did it this way, yes, I had enough to kill him if I had an Innervate or something of that nature. Now the reason I did it that way, instead of using, oh, there it is, Nazat the Corruptor, I knew he would be bringing his Death Rattle minions back. But I should have enough to kill him. Let's do the math. We got him. Yes, so the Eye of Blackfire only had 1 health. It was going to die very soon anyways. And I would rather have the higher Jade Golem than a 5/1 minion lift. That game is one of the better examples of how good Jade Golem can really put the pressure on the opponent, even one that can heal himself and appear to play everything fairly well. However, that was premised on me drawing 2 Jade Blossoms quite early. And those really helped out. So right now I'm just going ahead and checking the mulligan guide on this deck to see what's been a good let's see, what do I want to keep? What do I want to keep? I definitely want to keep the Wild Growth and maybe Jade Spirit as well. I'm trying to determine if the Nourish is a good keep or not. No, I don't think I'm going to keep the Nourish. I'm just going to go ahead and keep the Wild Growth and the Jade Spirit, and we're going to go for it from there. Oh, 2 Jade Behemoths right in the opening hand. That doesn't bode well for how well this is going to go, especially if this is an aggressive rogue deck, like the type that I've seen recently. And that Nourish comes roaring back. However, next turn we should be able to use the Jade Spirit, so that'll get some board presence moving. It's still a bit unclear what sort of deck he's playing. It's never a good thing when you don't know what deck your opponent is playing. It's hard to tell when he's only played 1 card, but sometimes you can find out right away, such as with me. It's quite obvious that I'm playing a Jade Druid deck. If he's got a Skulking Beast, he knows he wants to play it right away. Now a decision needs to be made whether I'm going to Nourish or I'm going to use the Innervate, throw down the Jade Behemoth, and an Earthen Scales. For the sake of mana efficiency, I'm going to go ahead and do a Nourish. And I'm going to leave the Jade Spirit as it is. If a Jade Idol had shown up, then I may have used the Innervate. Actually, no, I am going to use the innervate right now. There's a good place for it. Alright, and that's going to be the end of my turn. The reason I took that 1/1 minion, the Firefly, what's it called? Firefly, is because otherwise he may have enough just to get rid of my Jade Spirit on its face. Ooh, okay. So this may be an archetype that was very popular some time ago, where his goal is to increase card draw to an obscene level. And I don't know what those decks are called. I'm not great with names, as you can obviously tell, but that's it appears that's what he's trying to do. He's going to be doing card draws a lot and try to force me to start taking damage because of that. That's surprising. I wonder why he played it that way. Interesting. Okay, so the trick right now is I have to play as many cards as quickly as possible. I cannot, absolutely cannot take damage to my face. If I do that, I'm dead. Okay, what do I mean, sorry, I can't have too many cards in my hands. If he's going to do aggressive draws, one of the worst things that can happen is that ooh, okay, so that wasn't very well played on my part. But yes, okay, so finish that thought. One of the worst things I can do is have too many cards in my hands. So when he does the card draws, I am losing cards. Unless he's using the Courtlight Oracle simply to draw out something that he really, really wants. That could certainly be the case, but for some reason I'm not seeing it that way. Let's go ahead. Yes, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made by him. How do I want to address it here? Decisions. Okay. Use the hero power. Get rid of this divine shield. And then what? Well, let's play the Stonehill Defender. And what do we have? Infested Tauren. This is... I didn't want to have to play it like this, but I'm just going to let it go right now. Why? Oh, actually, I should have played the Stonehill Defender over here. I've seen these types of rogues play Sap on occasion, and from what I've learned, Sap takes things from the left-hand side, and you know they start getting put in your hand, and things on the right-hand side are the ones that are discarded if you have 10 or more cards in your hand. Alright, what are we playing now? Aya Blackpaw or the Jade Behemoth? Can we play both? No. Let's play the Aya Blackpaw and the Infested Tauren. And we'll simply hold. Again, that was very bad on my part. I should have played the Aya Blackpaw over here, right after I talked about how to play these minions. My god, I have to pay better attention to these types of things. That's probably part of the reason why I'm still stuck at level 5 and not moving forward. At these stages of the game, it appears that small things really matter. Perhaps not as much as before, because you can't go below 5, and that's what's been helping me really still stay competitive. I can go ahead and try different things. I can try different strategies, and otherwise play around. Okay, this could be very bad right now. Why? Because this shadow reflection played a, well, he hasn't played too many spells. From what I understand, what I've seen rogues like this do before, they'll go ahead and play all types of spells, then put down really big minions, and then play reflections of them. I wonder what his deal is right now. I wonder what he's going to do. Well, I still have this second earthen scale, which I'm going to use on, if he doesn't play a Sulking Beast, on the biggest, baddest Jade Golem I can find, to give myself a whole bunch of I have to get rid of this Biopine Slayer. If he uses sap, this will come right back and we will be in a lot of trouble. Let's go ahead and shuffle this back into the deck. He may not have a Skulking Beast, and I am going to have to travel under that assumption for now. But in case he does have a Skulking Beast, do I want to go ahead and use the Earthen Scales now? I don't know. Decisions. Let's go ahead and use it now anyways, because otherwise okay. So if he has a Skulking Beast, it could be over. Well, it's not going to be over, but I'm going to have to be a lot more thoughtful about what I'm doing. There it goes. I'm glad I used it at the right time. That was an almost perfect example of when to use the right card at the right time. Alright, we're just gonna throw this 9/9 Jade Golem back out there, and then otherwise push forward. Yeah, I didn't have enough to kill him. 4, 8, 9. Yeah, I needed one extra. Probably should have done that math first, but we should be good. Well, hopefully. Let's see what happens this turn, because this shadow reflection can really turn things around. I'll be surprised to see what he can. Oh, there it goes. The vanish. Sorry, not the sap. The vanish. That was a good use of a vanish. Oh, 2 Doomsayers just in case. Alright, what are we throwing down? What are we throwing down? I have 10 cards. I really need to throw down a few things. But what? Oh, decisions. Well, the Spreading Plague isn't going to be doing any good. And what else can I play? I'm going to go ahead and play the Stonehill Defender anyways. Jade Behemoth, very good. This will actually, if he doesn't play a taunt minion, I should have enough to finish him off. You know, barring a heal or taunt or some sort of hero vanish. He had two of them. Yes, he wanted to be really, really sure that he killed me. There we go. That worked out a lot better than I was expecting it to work out. Oh yes, so I named this deck the No Fandral deck because that's the main card that's missing from the website that I found this deck on. Part of me is considering creating the Fandral, but not right now, I believe, because I don't have an experience playing it. That seems to require a level of gameplay that I'm not familiar with. For example, I had gotten used to playing these decks with two auctioneers. You know, the first one is the draw auctioneer, where you stabilize your deck, get a bunch of extra cards, mess up the board, and go from there. And the second auctioneer was the one that you held off to just cycle through Jade Idols and take over the board, usually near the end game. However, the Skulking Geese has made that particular strategy not as viable anymore. Well, we'll see. This deck could use a few other minions that I've seen are widely used, especially when I was going up against this deck. Do I go ahead and use a Wrath or the Eye of Blackpaw? No, I'm going to go ahead and play with the Eye of Blackpaw now. It's quite odd how, for example, I remember facing a priest not too long ago, now a rogue. When I was playing a shaman earlier, I'd faced 3 mages in a row. All 3 of them had almost the exact same deck. Oh, is he gonna attack my face? Yes, he is. It's interesting. I could throw an Earth and Scales on it to really mess with him, but no. I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm going to go ahead and use Wrath. Kill him. And then use the Nourish with the Draw to end the turn. Next turn I'll have 8 mana. To start considering what I'm going to do. The safe money right now is on playing the Jade Spirit and the Jade Idol. Barring, of course, I get a Jade Blossom. If the Jade Blossom comes down, that's going to be played right away. Well, I need to rethink my strategy again. What to play, what to play, what to play. In that case, we're just gonna throw down a Jade Idol. And that's almost purely to increase my Jade Golem ranks. Next turn, it's going to be the Jade Behemoth or the Jade Spirit, most likely. Ooh, Lyra's Sunshard. To get rid of that very quickly. It's a pretty powerful card. Well, let's see what we draw. Nothing good. It may end up staying for at least a turn. don't have enough to fight it. I mean, it should go away next turn. I do have enough on the board. But with these odd priest decks, who knows? Especially with this power word shield, and then what are they going to use? Because sometimes the power word shield is used for strategic purposes in the sense that you're buffing your minion so that it can survive an attack and then, you know, give the other side trouble. Sometimes, especially the way I see it being used right now, that is just a card draw. So this was a good indicator right there that I know that the last spell that Lyra Simshard created was just another Shadow Visions. Ooh, okay. He's trying to grind me down. That's what he's trying to do. Let's try to figure out what the most efficient way of bringing him down is. 5, 4. Hit him with both of them and then throw down 2 Jade Spirits. Let's do that. And then we'll use Earthen Scales on the most powerful one, the 7/7 one, to get a little bit of armor backup, because it appears that he is going to try to attack my hero directly, which is an odd archetype. I haven't seen it recently, especially from a mage. It may simply be that all the mages that were really good have already passed on to legendary, and it's mages like these that are left. This person, this Matt person. Oh, it looks like he probably got his name as well, like me. Oh, you can actually sweep them up. And there goes the broom. Decent play. Decent play. What do I have? Jade Blossom. Not the best play for it right now, but this at the very least, we can use another Earthen Scales and do a little bit more of a draw. I have 2 Primordial Drakes in my hand right now. I wonder what he's going to use that I can throw these Primordial Drakes down on. The Dragonfire Potion and the Shadow of Death. Oh no, I don't want a Spreading Plague right now. Spreading Plague is kind of useless. We could use one of the other Nourishes or an Ultimate Infestation, but barring that, it's going to go ahead and smack him in the head. Now, a lot of Jade Druid decks that I've seen include the Primordial Drakes, and they're seen as very good additions to this deck. I'm not 100% sure why. They haven't been that useful to me. Okay, how do you want to play this? Wrath, 3 attack, plus Primordial Drake. We can finish him off. But first, let's do a Nourish and draw some cards and see what we get. Let's throw the Jade Idol back into the deck, and hopefully I can draw it with an Ultimate Infestation. 3 attack here. He's dead. It's not a move that I would have liked to play, but it's a fairly powerful minion that you have to get rid of sooner rather than later. But whoa, what is this? Okay, this is bad. This is very bad. Oh, these are terrible taunt minions. I mean, I'll survive this turn if he's probably going to use free from Amber. No, that geist. Do I have enough to push back? I don't know. I'm gonna play the Spreading Plague. 4, 8. I'll survive. But, you know, I wouldn't call it surviving. 4, 8, 12. If I get the swipe next turn, then I may be able to... Oh, that's bad. Okay, so right now the only thing that can save me... No, not even the swipe. Like he's going to heal himself right now. No, he's not. The swipe... Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. I'm dead. Swipe was the only thing that could have saved me. Oh well. It was a good run while it lasted. 3 or 4 straight wins. Let's see what happens now. This is most likely a mirror, or not a complete mirror deck, but it could be a Jade Golem, 2 Jade Golem decks competing. When that happens, you need everything that says Jade Golem in your initial hand, and you need to play it as aggressively as possible. There we go. And so it begins. I have 2 Spreading Plagues in my hand, which are absolutely useless to everybody. Well, at least he didn't have anything good to play this turn either, hence the use of his hero power. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and use the coin and put down a Jade Blossom. Next turn I can use the Jade Spirit, and then we'll see. I really don't have too much of a plan as to what happens after that. He is somewhat in the lead right now. What to play now? What to play now? This is somewhat of a tease. The door opens and then it closes? Come on, that's not fair. Ultimate Infestation? Really? That's what I have? What am I doing? What am I playing? Well, there's not a whole lot of choices. We are going to go ahead and play it like this. The reason I'm playing it like this is because Ultimate Infestations, or sorry, the Spreading Plagues, from what I understand, are useful mostly against, you know, rushing decks. Not that useful against other Jade Golem decks. Because if he has a whole bunch of Jade Golems, these 1/5 minions aren't going to do it much unless, you know, you have Mark of the Lotus or Mark of the Wild present as well, which I don't in this deck. But statistics show that this deck is pretty good. Oh boy. Bone Mirror has been a very good addition to some of these decks. So I may have to make a decision now. Do I go ahead and play the Jade Behemoth? or some sort of combination of spreading plague and swipe. No, I can't do that either. Oh, decisions. Oh, let's go ahead and play the spreading plague again. And the hero power is just for the hero power itself. I've seen decks that include the bone mare, and my desire to add that to my deck increases day by day. Could go ahead and use a swipe here, but it's not going to be that useful. Again, this is not the most efficient use of turns, but I had to do something to keep him from just taking over the board. I'll play Jade Behemoth next turn, use Earthen Scales as well. Oh. The situation is worsening. Unlike the last game where I saw a clear path to victory and a way to perhaps capitalize on it, the paths to victory in this particular game are narrowing and fading very quickly. I mean, all he has to do is just use 2 poisonous minions, what are they called? The Frost Widows on my 2 guys, and then attack me in the face. Plus, he's got 10 hold mana crystals left after that to do things with, but that's not what he did. I'm somewhat surprised. I wonder why. Well, I suppose he's thinking he needs to keep one of the Frost Widows in reserve in case I pull something really hard. Primordial Drake would be really nice here. No, well, there's one chance for me to grab one. Oh, this is a surprise. So it appears that not all paths of victory may be closed yet. It's bad. It's pretty bad right now. I've got effectively 12 health. My opponent has 32 health. This is an odd minion to keep in such a deck. But who am I to judge? Probably works out right. Okay, so the question now is, do I use Ultimate Infestation? Or, no. I'm going to throw down the Auctioneer, swipe here, and that'll help somewhat. I mean, now that I think about it, there are a few... Oh, the Ultimate Infestation, that's what he probably has. That's what he's going to use. There we go. And then get a 10 cost minion. So played together like that, yeah, that was a pretty good move. And then, you know, let's go ahead and use that one attack. Or I'm going to have to strike back the best way that I can. An Innervate would have been really nice. I could have, you know, thrown something down, perhaps this Stonehill Defender. But alas, it was not to be. Let's see, he probably... If you have Malfurion the Pestilent, Fandral is really good because of the unique ability of the hero power. Oh, that's not good. Does he have enough to kill me? He may. Well, not totally, not just yet, but it's close. Oh, and I forget. See, Vandal can be very useful.
My turn is not.
I'm really surprised he hasn't tried attacking me in the face and trying to get me close to my limit here. Well, let's throw down the Primordial Drake, buy ourselves a bit of space. Otherwise, I'm dead.
For the wild.
If he has another ultimate infestation in his hand, then I'm done. Maybe I need to reconsider using Labeed in my deck. Especially if I'm playing with two ultimate infestations. Or even Nourishes. Well, we're right back where we started. However, I am going to play at least one more game, perhaps two, to see if we can better utilize this deck. Hmm.
I must protect the wild.
Not keeping any of these. It's a terrible beginning. You know, taunt minion would have been good, but let's see what sort of warrior he's running right now. I haven't seen any quest warriors in quite some time. I wonder what happened to all of them.
My greeting.
This is very odd. Does he have Patches the Pirate in his hand? Because I've never seen First Mate or any other pirate deck without Patches. Hmm. Well, let's go ahead and play the Wild Growth and see if we can get ahead of this problem.
Blood and plunder.
Okay, so I need to start throwing things down, otherwise he's just going to go ahead and take me out. What am I playing? What am I playing? No, 3 attack Wrath is right now more important
For the wild.
because otherwise Jade Behemoth would have just been taken out. See, decks like this are the reason why you have Spreading Plague in your deck, which of course I'm not going to draw when I need it, unlike decks that I don't need Spreading Plague in and I draw them right away. It's usually how it works. Okay, what do we have now? Yeah, that's pretty bad. So I guess he did have the Patches Pirate in his hand. I do have 2 Earthen Scales. What's he's doing the math to see if he can push past it. Hopefully he won't be able to push past it just yet. And give me a slight opportunity to perhaps stabilize myself. No. No, there won't be any stabilizing going on just yet. Perhaps we do a nourish, draw some cards, do an earthen scales here, and get rid of the bloodsail raider. Alright, that's what we'll have to do. Spreading plague, just when I can't use it. Okay, so this will keep me alive for a turn or two. I can go ahead and play the spreading plague next turn. And keep myself from dying. And then we'll use a one-pack wrath. Alright, so I can play the Jade Behemoth next turn, get another taunt minion, and perhaps live to fight another turn. May depend on what he really is going to depend on what he's got in his hand. Ooh, alright. 6, 7, 8. I'm inclined to just throw down the Jade Idol and use the Earthen Scales to buff myself. Golem. Because right now, armor is really necessary. I do have the 2 Feral Rages that'll give me 8 armor. I can take both the Eye of Blackpaw and the Feral Rage next turn. There's no taunt minions. The Stonehill Defender, maybe, can help me out. Alright, let's see what we get. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and play the Eye of Blackpaw. Gain 8 armor. How do we want to attack the Jade Golem? How do we want to use this Jade Golem? We will get rid of 3/3, so we have an extra minion available. And obviously not going to strike the Bridge Scale Hydra with the Scarab Beetle, but let's go ahead and tackle the Jade Golem. Oh, there we go. I guess he realized he may not have enough in his deck left to overcome me. I turned the corner, he wasn't able to finish me off. That's what happens. That's why I didn't play those types of decks. That's why I didn't like to play those decks.
I will fight with honor. I must protect Labeed.
Okay. Let's get rid of Spreading Plague, but I may keep the swipe. Let me check the mulligan ratio of this. I'm going to go ahead and keep the swipe. Oh, should have gotten rid of Earthen Scales. It's too late now. Now I have 2 swipes. The reason being that most of the paladins I've seen recently have been some type of Murlocs. And with those, you need to get the buffing Murlocs off the table as quickly as possible. Once they take over, those buffs are just too powerful. Alright, how are we playing it this turn? I'm going to use the hero power to get rid of the Silver Hand Recruit, and then use the other one to attack his face. Next turn I can use the coin and play the Jade Spirit. Or we just play the Stonehill Defender. I'm going to go ahead and play the Psychotron. However, I am going to take this Jade Golem and take out his Divine Shield. Why? Because Paladins tend to have a lot of buffs that'll buff all minions, all of their minions with Divine Shield. I can't be having that. So now I have a decision to make. I'm going to go ahead and play the Jade Spirit, using Innervate, shapeshift into, what's it called? The Burn Bristle. I was thinking of using a swipe on his face and getting rid of both of those minions. However, this is a better use of card, especially because swipe can be very useful in other stages of the game. You know, he plays a whole bunch of minions with Divine Shield, single swipe, takes care of all of them. Ah, now he's going to try to play a control game. Guess he realized that the way his deck works couldn't work against my deck. He may not have had a Skulking Geist in his deck, and that may have been the final decision maker. So now, as we're waiting for the next game to start, probably the last of this evening, I am seriously thinking about using this YouTube channel for its original purpose, which is to give movie, book, and food reviews. However, lack of a webcam severely hinders that. I'll have to go out and find a webcam and figure out where to go from there. But right now, let's focus on what's at hand. I don't want to keep both the Jade Spirit, definitely not going to keep the Auctioneer, but look at the Jade Behemoth. Should I hold on to it? No. Actually, I am going to keep both the Jade Spirits. If I get a good Wild Growth or Jade Blossoms, they can be useful at the right stage of the game. Or actually, they might be useful the very next turn. Because next turn, unless I get something good, I'm going to use the Innervate, play the Jade Spirit, and on turn 3, use a coin and play the Jade Spirit. The 2 swipes will also be useful. Need to hold on him. Did I just get rid of you? I did just get rid of him. He's back though. That didn't take him very long at all to decide to play that minion. I wonder what it was. No, so we're not going to be using the coin and playing the Jade Spirit. We are going to be using the Jade Blossom. And are we staying put? No, we are going to go ahead and attack him. He's got 1 health left. The reason being, the next turn if he plays something that needs to be swiped, I can swipe it fairly easily. So maybe not the smartest decision I've made. But we'll be fine, I hope. In the grand scheme, it was just really 2 damage to my hero that I have to deal with. Ooh, Stampeding Kodo. Hmm. Play the auctioneer. Use the coin just as a card draw. Hmm. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to use a swipe right now. I really don't. That's not my thing. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Here come the Murlocs. And that's what we need the swipe for. Or do we want to swipe at this stage? Perhaps we just go for 5, 6. No, I need to use the Jade Blossom. And then we'll take out the Murloc War Leader. Well, let's start with the Jade Blossom, see what we get. A good old Jade Behemoth. And let's go ahead and swipe the War Leader. Yes, that was a better idea. Because that helped with another draw. He's got another War Leader. I'm holding on to this swipe for when it comes. Ah, interesting play. Poisonous. All of them are poisonous? I may have to use the swiper right now. Or not. Or yes. Not or yes, or yes or not. How about Spreading Plague and then the hero power? To get rid of one of these. It's not the ideal play, not the ideal play by far. But let's see what happens. That poisonous adaptation, that really stung. See, that's why I feel that not all of these sorry, what do you call them? Adaptations are completely random. Because sometimes they're very, very on point. There we go. Okay, anything else I want to play? No. We are ending this turn right now. We can play both the Jade Behemoth and the swipe next turn. Is he gonna play the other War Leader? No. Interesting play. Perhaps that's why he didn't think twice. I want to use the Ultimate Tomb Station, I really do. But I can't. Instead, we'll play the Jade Behemoth and give ourselves a whole bunch of armor. And you know what? Let's give ourselves even more armor. And end the turn. That was a strong play. The Green Street Protector. The other two choices must have been really bad. But generally speaking, they're not bad. Interesting. Primordial Drake's going to be a good play here. Let's go ahead and reduce its attack. Oh, maybe that was not the best way of doing that. That was actually pretty stupid on my part. But it is what it is. I still have that second swipe and the ultimate infestation. No, I can't use the ultimate infestation right now. Ooh, yeah, that swipe's going to have to be used right now. See, what's worse is that they debuff after I take this out. Just terrible. That may not have been the best use of that. Okay. Do we shuffle these back or do we play? Let's shuffle them back because then I can draw them either from the Nourish or from the Ultimate Infestation. Right now having a large Jade Golem is not going to help that much. Rather, I can get one from the Eye of Blackpaw. Question is, are his Murlocs losing steam yet? The answer? I have no clue. Spike Ridge G, good solid play. What else has he got? That may be the end of his turn. Let's draw some cards. Something good. Not what I was looking for. Let's play it anyways. Why? Yes. Let's play another one. And that's good. That way I can play the Jade Behemoth next turn. I still have one Innervate left in the deck. If I pull that, I can play both the Eye of Blackpaw and the Jade Behemoth in one go. The Primordial Drake in the deck, that'll be good as well. What's he going to play? I'm really surprised that his deck hasn't lost steam yet. Oh, that's not good. Well, as I had I called for it, and it's here, so we'll have to play it. No, I still have an Earth and Scales left. I hope that gets pulled out soon. I need that armor, otherwise I'm going to be done soon. Oh, Equality, and then he's going to use Consecrate. There it is. My health just took a major hit right there. I still have... Oh, Primordial Drake would be quite useful here. It's not going to come right now, is it? No, but it would have been great if it came. I could have cleared the board, basically, and then use the Jade Golem to take everyone else out. I don't want to use the Ultimate Infestation because that's not going to help. Well, let's go ahead and get a whole bunch of armor in here. Let's draw some more cards. If I can survive the turn, I'll go ahead and play the Primordial Drake next turn. Am I going to survive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. I may survive. I should still survive. close. It's very close. But the Primordial Drake should give me a good amount of cover. And let's summon one. And right now I'm going to get rid of this as well. Why? Because I don't want him to have a dino-sized me or dino-sized whatever in his hand that will kill me. Yes! So good to end the night on a high note, at least with a victory. We are making progress better than what we had made in the last few days, where it had been a series of losses with no upside to look at. But looks like on the last 7 games, it's been 5 wins and 2 losses. So I'll take that for now. It's not the best, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. But for now, good night, everyone.